up, guys? Kevin here with Phandroid.com. Back in the Polaroid booth here at CES 2015. We're looking at a few of Polaroid smartphones, some of their newer ones for 2015. The first one we're going to look at here is the Polaroid Flip, which is a 5.5-inch smartphone with a quad-core processor. I'm not really sure. The Flip kind of suggests something with the camera you would think with Polaroid, but it's actually more of a pretty standard smartphone setup. On the back, you do have an 8-megapixel camera on the back, and you have a 2-megapixel camera there on the front. Cool thing about this phone is it is running Android 5.0 Lollipop, and it's got, again, this 5.5-inch IPS display. It's a 720p display. Not the greatest display we've seen on a phone, but then again, we don't really expect Polaroid to be much of a phone manufacturer. And most likely they're getting this source from another ODM making these phones. But so that's the Flip, and that's coming out in spring 2015. But if we go over just a little bit, we see another one that's pretty cool. This is the Polaroid Selfie, another 5.5-inch display. But before we get to all that, the first thing you notice about this is it has a rotating camera up here, which looks a lot like a phone we've seen from Oppo, who has a phone with this. Actually, this phone has a lot in common with that phone, so it's very possible that they have shared the same DNA or maybe even the same design or hardware. But it's got an octa-core processor inside, not sure exactly the spec on it. Android 5.0 again, the 720p IPS display, 2 gigabytes RAM. This is a 13 megapixel camera on the front here, which is nice. Dual flash, Wi-Fi enabled. It's in white here. It's also available in black over here, you can see. So the interface is pretty standard. We have a little bit of customization. Polaroid has their own photo app on here if it'll load. Moving pretty slowly here for an octa-core processor, but let's see if we can get this to open again. There we go. There. So having some difficulties with the Polaroid app, but let's see if we can get it on this other phone. So you see, here's the Polaroid app, Polaroid Instant. We can go back to the camera. It's set up like a little Polaroid viewfinder. You can flip over your selfie camera. I don't know, is there a way to flip it the right direction? Flip it here, and there you go, and you can just take your selfie. Let's do some slight adjustments here, the flash and everything. Let me turn that, whatever, take your picture. And once you're there, now you get this neat little Polaroid presentation, and you can even shake it to develop your photo. It's pretty cool. And then, of course, you could even take these photos and put them to something like Polaroid's instant printer to print that out and have an actual Polaroid. So there's one more over here, the Polaroid Snap. It's a 4.7-inch quad-core processor, but a lot more of the same technology-wise. Release-wise, we don't really expect these to have a very wide launch, but of course, I think a lot of the launch plans are a little bit up in the air for many of these phones, so we could see them in the US someday. But that's a new look, a first look at Polaroid's new lineup or newer lineup of smartphones, the Flip, the Selfie, the Snap, here at CES 2015. I'm Kevin with Phandroid. Thanks for watching.